Yes, I heard. It's exciting. You don't keep that frozen in your freezer? Yeah. Mm. So I love making butter at home, and then because I've just heavy whipping cream, and you shake, 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 shake some more, shake some more. Eventually, it pops, and then I always save the buttermilk because I love ranch dressing. Yes, I haven't found the like perfect recipe yet, so I'm still like practicing my buttermilk recipe, but it just means that I usually have it in the freezer unless I've recently made ranch. Mm, okay. Yep. Garlic, chives, dill, parsley, lemon juice. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yep. So I hear you guys are going to Key West. Yay! How far is Key West from the Dry Tortugas? Oh. Okay. Is it like a regular ferry that like? Okay. No, but I mean like it travels regularly. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the national parks are having a moment right now, so that doesn't surprise me. Um, right. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what was a 3 hour tour. Shabbat shalom, sir.
How you doing? Always good
Good.
to see you.
Are you going to dinner next week?
Where's it at?
Here? Shabaka?
Yeah, I'll probably come.
Okay. Okay. You and Susan? Or just you? Okay. So it's a so it's dinner at 6, 7 o'clock service.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll mark you down. It's $18 per.
I'll give you the money to him.
Okay. Cool. Shabbat, page 10 in your prayer books. Yedid nefesh harachaman, Yedid nefesh harachaman, meshoch avdecha, el ritzonecha, meshoch avdecha, yadadadai, el ritzonecha. Yarutz avdecha kemo hayam, yishtachaveh, yadadadai, el mum hadarecha. Yedid nefesh harachaman, Yedid nefesh harachaman, meshoch avdecha, el ritzonecha, meshoch avdecha, yadadadai, el ritzonecha.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for joining us. We also think of deer when we sing Yedid Nefesh. And I saw many deer leaping today when I was on a walk. And there were also some behind my office window visiting me. In this time of year, we don't often see a lot of life outside, but you might see some birds or deer or squirrels, and I encourage you just to notice it and notice how they're moving around to stay warm. Maybe it will keep you warm as well. I want to offer you a meditation to help you get in the mood of Shabbat. At night, our soul tends to wander. King David taught, search your own heart on your bed. Try to speak the holy words when you lie down and when you rise up. The saying of the holy prayers to bring some comfort and confidence, releasing the soul to its night wander. Confident that the soul has wisdom to find its way home. Blessed are you, O God, my God, who makes my eyelids shut, my sleepy, sleepy eyelids. May it be your will, O God, my God and God of my ancestors, to help me lay down and raise me up gracefully, so I may do your will with everything I have, all the times of my life. We're going to do candles on page 2. Anyone want to do candles? Want to light candles for us? Cynthia, thank you so much for accepting the responsibility.
So it'll be the question for this episode.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna try this.
Oh, yes, excellent.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Okay, we continue on page 14.
Or Zarua Latzadik, light is sown for the righteous. Or Zarua Latzadik, Uli Shrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik, Uli Shrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik, Uli Shrei Lev Simcha. Or
miracles, and for the redemption, and for the mighty deeds, and for the saving acts, and for the wonders, and for the consolations, and for the efforts, and for the surprises, and for the loves, and for the mercies, and for the recoveries. For the miracles, large and small, rare and ordinary, you brought about for our ancestors, for us, and for our loved ones, in days of old, at this season, in these days and in times to come. Continue on page 20.
Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Yishmianu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. V'shemo tiferet v'vitchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu b'necha, ki hi mekol habracha, merosh mikedem mesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich tigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela.
Rise and face doors.
Boi b'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzochola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela.
Please be seated. Page 25. And so we understand that ordinary people are messengers of the Most High. They go about their tasks in holy anonymity, often even unknown to themselves. Yet if they had not been there, if they had not said what they said or did what they did, it would not be the way it is now. We would not be the way we are now. Never forget that you too, yourself, may be a messenger, perhaps even one whose errand extends over several lifetimes. Page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach, le'alam ulamei amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnasei, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushvechata v'nechemata, da'amiran me'alma, ve'imru amen.
On the facing page, the bottom, entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. Please rise on page 28.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim.
You can join together in the English on page 32.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Hear, O Israel, Shema Yisrael, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever. Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We're on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
The Stripes in Joseph's Coat by Rivka Miriam. The stripes in Joseph's coat were like the rungs in the ladder of Jacob's dream. The cloak was warm from the sun, moon, and stars. Sheaves flew off from it as Joseph walked. He was in the pit, as if in the arms of his mother Rachel of the well. Ishmaelites roamed above, their bells ringing, and on the humps of their camels they moved him, as in the heart of the seas. The camel rolls up its neck like a long arm, and bracelets leap in Joseph's eyes. On the camel, his mother hid the idols under her, pressing them close like large dolls. He touched them with a small finger, and with a larger finger they stabbed him, shooting him to Egypt. The God of the Hebrews slept under him the whole way, like a large stone lumped together from many stones. Continue on page 40.
Hashkivenu prayer is up on your screen. I'm going to change keys. We ask for God for shelter, but to shelter us in all these different ways. Shelter us in place. Try that. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace. Shelter us in peace. shelter again in love. Shelter us in love. Beautiful. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace, in love. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in love. Can you feel that shelter? That love that's wrapping around you? Maybe you think of a shelter, a happy place. Maybe it's this building, maybe it's your home, maybe it's your favorite chair, someplace that you feel sheltered in all of these ways. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in love. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Ya Eloheinu. Hashkivenu l'shalom. Hashkivenu, Ya Eloheinu. Hashkivenu l'shalom. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in place. Shelter us in peace. Shelter us in love. Shelter us in love.
Continue with another reading on the screen. Yes. Okay. The name of this Jewish month, Kislev, evokes hidden places. In Hebrew, the word kis means pocket, and lev means heart. Put them together and you get a little piece of poetry, pocket of the heart. Kislev asks us to reach down deep and put a comforting hand on our heart and its desires so that we can bring them into the light. This month, we honor what emerges and rekindle our dreams. Let us focus on the idea of what we keep in the pockets of our heart and how darkness can be healing. We rise for the Amidah on page 46.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agite gilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, u'mevi geula livnei b'neihem, le'ma'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, Hashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidal Melech, Melech Meimit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Ben Emanat HaLachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukroshim Bechol Yom Yehallelucha Selah. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Page 55. Below the line. The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week we live under the tyranny of things in space. On Shabbat we try to become attuned to the holiness of time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Page 59. You can join together at the top. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Ulecha Na'eh Lehodot. Page 63. We reach for you, our God, from our quiet places. May we stand still for a brief moment and listen to the rain. Stand still for a brief moment and watch the play of sunlight and shadow on the leaves. For a brief moment, listen to the world. Let us stop the wheels of every day to be aware of Shabbat. Find the stillness of the sanctuary which the soul cherished. Renew the covenant of an ancient people. We need a quiet space to test the balance of our days, the weight of our own deeds against the heaviness of the world's demands. The balance is precarious. Steady us with faith. Quiet places and stillness, where we will hear our own best impulses speak. Quiet places and stillness, from which we will reach out to each other. We will find strength in silence, and with this strength we will turn again to your service. We'll take time for silent prayer and internal reflection.
Of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my God, my rock and my Redeemer.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. What? Well, there we go. Perfect. All right. This is not really about that, but it's a good phrase to remember. We tell ourselves this when things don't work out as we intended or hoped. And it helps to sort of soften the often unfortunate results. It reminds us that we tried our best. And sometimes our intentions can lack follow through, they can involve deception, and maybe that's why the end result is not what we expected. But then are the intentions still good? Genesis is full of good intentions, resting on deception between family members to gain favor from a parent or from God. And it's hard to know whether the deception is a result of favoritism or vice versa. This week we have the Joseph narrative. And because Joseph is a son of Jacob's beloved wife, Rachel, he is Jacob's favorite child. Jacob does not hide his favoritism. He makes him a multicolored jacket, and Joseph knows he's the favorite. And he interprets his dreams with mockery and guile, arguing that his brothers need to bow to him. And this, of course, leads to resentment between the brothers. Now, you could argue that Joseph does not have any good intentions in these moments. He's actively trying to show that he is better than his brothers, and is using his coat to set himself apart, literally and figuratively. His dreams show his brothers as the stars and him as the moon, and in his mind, the brothers must bow to him just as stars revolve around the sun and the moon. At least this is one interpretation. Another interpretation that I see is that the stars and the moon and the sun are all essential parts of our sky, and they all make the beautiful image of a starry night. Alas, Joseph, his interpretation fuels his brother's resentment, which leads to hatred and some very drastic consequences. First, they want to kill him, but Reuben steps in and encourages them not to. Reuben says, "Shed no blood, cast him into the pit, out in the wilderness, but do not touch him yourselves," intending to save him from them and restore him to their father. Then, of course, Reuben disappears in the story, and they listen to him and throw Joseph into a pit. Verses later, after the brothers have already sold Joseph into slavery, Reuben comes back into the story and is distraught. He was not able to stop everything because he walked away. He left his plan in the hands of his deceiving brothers, and he feels responsible, especially because he's the eldest son. And so he tears his clothing as if in mourning, just as his father will do when he learns of Joseph's supposed death. Reuben is upset in many ways at his brothers, at Joseph, and at himself. He had good intentions in trying to save Joseph, suggesting that he only be thrown into a pit, but his interventions backfired and failed to achieve their effect. And it seems that he had intended to come back in time to take Joseph out of the pit to bring him home to Jacob. So he had a good impulse, but he did not see it through. And he didn't do enough to get the result that he wanted. He showed that he cared, but he did not take the necessary actions that went along with his caring demeanor. His plan, though well-meaning, ultimately failed due to his absence and his brother's greed. Perhaps Reuben should have taken Joseph with him to prevent his fate. Judah also steps in to help Joseph. He convinces his brothers to take Joseph out of the pit and sell him into slavery. Judah says, after all, he is our own brother, our own flesh. And again, Judah had good intentions, somewhat, perhaps hoping that when Joseph is sold into slavery, he will learn a lesson. But of course, the brothers don't learn. They only deceive. They take Joseph's coat and dip it into blood and bring it to Jacob. And of course, Jacob is then deceived, believing Joseph was devoured by a wild animal. Jacob is then, in a big period of grief, and he refuses to be comforted. Judah then leaves because his brothers blame him, claiming they would do whatever Judah had asked. And Judah is upset that his intentions led to a bad outcome as well. Now, all of these outcomes are bad, and perhaps the phrase is true. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Good intentions need to be followed or accompanied by good actions to avoid these disastrous consequences. This is a warning that good aims don't guarantee positive results. Inaction or poorly executed plans can be destructive. Both brothers had courage and intervened in an uncomfortable situation. Joseph had gone too far and did need to be taught a lesson, but not really in this way. There was some empathy and courage, but Judah and Reuben's lesson is forced upon Joseph, making a strained relationship throughout the family. Many years later, Joseph does claim there were good intentions. Joseph says to his brothers, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold to Egypt. And now don't be troubled, don't be chagrined because you sold me here, for it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you." Joseph knows they intended to harm him, and he sees the positive outcome. Perhaps he learned that intended lesson. And Joseph claims his experiences in Egypt were all part of a divine plan. For him, it was not about the original and mean-spirited intentions of his brothers, but about recognizing and fulfilling God's intentions within a narrative of human evil and divine redemption. In this moment, Joseph speaks to his brothers with wisdom and comfort, telling them that the past is the past and beyond our control, but that they can try to shape the future. And so he found meaning in the trauma that changed the trajectory of his life. The Joseph his brothers encounter in this moment is not the same young sibling who foolishly taunted his brothers with his dreams. This Joseph is wise and experienced, and he's learned from life and takes the long view of things. This response is similar to the insight of Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. Frankl states that most people in his concentration camp believed that the real opportunities in life had passed, even though they had in fact been offered a new opportunity and a challenge. As Frankl argued, one could make a victory out of these experiences, turning life into an inner triumph, or one could ignore the challenge and simply vegetate as did the majority of the prisoners. Another way to understand Joseph's view is through German philosopher and writer Friedrich Nietzsche, who argues, one must transform every "it was" into "I willed it thus." That is, to take hold of a situation, accept one's fate, and then strive toward a goal worth pursuing. This is not everything happens for a reason, but there can be meaning in everything that happens. The experience of our past can shape and inform our future if we find meaning in them. That is our eternal challenge and the opportunities presented to us in how we see the life of Joseph. Perhaps his brothers meant what they did for bad, but Joseph, through his faith in God, found meaning in all that had befallen him, and he found the good. The phrase, "things happen for a reason," resonates deeply with Hanukkah, as the holiday celebrates divine intervention and miracles, particularly the miracle of the oil, where a tiny bit lasted 8 days, symbolizing light overcoming darkness, faith over oppression, and finding hope and purpose even in scarcity. It's a reminder that small acts of courage, the Maccabees' revolt, and faith, i.e. lighting our Hanukkah, can lead to great outcomes. The holiday teaches us that no matter the setbacks or darkness, one can always start fresh and rekindle hope. Hanukkah is not just about a past event, but about a living message. When people act with faith and commitment, divine providence, that reason, can multiply their efforts, bringing light and meaning to challenging situations. In the end, Joseph does change, and we can see that growth, learning, and development in Joseph years later when they all reunite. And so he's found meaning in his challenges, allowing him to see the plan differently. Joseph acknowledges that some suffering occurred, is not focusing on a positive response. It shows how he took active participation in life and saw his challenges as opportunities to act within a divine framework. And so our story explains how the will of God can bring about good for the people. It affirms that God works through ordinary human beings, like all of us, to accomplish something greater for the world. The travails of this family illustrate the messiness and unpredictability of life. Rather than be angry at his brothers for what they did in the past, Joseph is now grateful for their presence in his life. Perhaps we need to trust our intentions and know a lesson will be learned, leading to a positive result in the end. May our intentions be trusted, knowing a lesson will come in time. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Let's offer a prayer for Israel. It should come on your screen. This is inspired by Al HaNisim, the prayer we read earlier today, by Rabbi Yehuda Amir. We thank you for the miracles, for the redemption, for saving acts and consolations brought about by you for our ancestors in days past at this season, for the miracle of our revival, and for the rebuilding of our lives in our homeland, the fount of our existence after 2,000 years of exile, for the inner strength of a nation that rose from the depths and struggled until it again achieved independence, self-defense, and upbuilding, for the bravery of the fighters who risked their lives and bequeathed us life, prosperity, and creativity, for the ingathering of our exiles from the four corners of the earth, and for the rich heritage of our communities and tribes, beliefs and outlooks, traditions and prayers. For the courage to declare before the nations of the world that our lives will be founded on the basis of freedom, justice, and peace, in keeping with the vision of Israel's prophets. For the faith and the hope, the striving for peace between the children of Sarah and the children of Hagar, and for the hope and longing for redemption that move us and guide our steps. And we think of those in our own community who are in need of healing. Today we are lifting up Joe Crane, Abra Doranit Bat Aviva, Alan Levitz, Leslie Magidson, Marcia Person, David Ray, Carol Benovowitz, Brenda Saperstein, Marcia Silverman, Mark Wilner, Henry Wormser, and Judy Zimmerman. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so.
Robert Gross, Frank Gross.
Bronwyn Allers, Janet, Jerry, Ruth, and Michael.
Brandon Lee.
We hold these names in our hearts, offer a blessing of healing on page 253.
Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor habracha Me'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor habracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I hope we can all find healing. The Aleinu is on page 282. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'teit gidula liot כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Please be seated. Page 289. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full, but as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames, we see no more, and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We think of those who have passed away in this season in years past. Today we are remembering Edith Beryl, Pearl Bez, Jacob Bregman, Sarah Deutsch, Norm Firstman, Jack Frank, Jack Fried, Aaron Gornbean, Herbert L. Harris, Dorothy Hoffenberg, Martin Kellman, Gerald Leopold, Donna Marks, Leo Milmet, Rebecca May Nagel, Faye Newman, Eugene Paul, Louis Rabinowitz, Eugene Rosen, Leo Rosenberg, Harold Rosenberg, Leo Sampson, Rosa Schindler, Edith Shevitz, Annette Simon McKenzie, Lynn Snyder, and Norman Wilner. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so.
Elliot Meyer.
And we rise in solidarity on page 294.
Gadol v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei, be'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon, u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'lizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olamei almaya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitzromam v'yitnaseh v'yitzadar v'yitzaleh v'yitzalal shmei d'kedusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu
have lots of announcements, actually.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. A special thank you to Julia, Paul, and Donna for ushering, and Henry for streaming with us tonight. So we do have a full list of announcements today, so please join Rabbi Shribman to learn about Musar and how to incorporate Jewish values into our everyday lives. Musar is a Jewish spiritual practice that gives concrete instructions on how to live a meaningful and ethical life. Be sure to bring a notebook to the class. The last class is coming up this Thursday, December 18th at 6:30 p.m. Also, join Rabbi Shribman for a prayer walk tomorrow morning, Saturday, December 13th at 11:30 a.m. We will meet at the Maple Ridge Pavilion at Marshbank Park. The walk will be around 2 miles. It is outdoors, so please dress appropriately. Yard site names will be read during the walk. There will be no services here at the TKA building. On Sunday, December 14th at 12:30, join Adama at TKA to learn about fair trade chocolate, its production, environmental impact, and the Jewish values behind it. This family-friendly program will include chocolate tasting and lots of learning. The charge for this program is $5 per person. There are several opportunities to eat latkes, so here we go. On Sunday, December 14th at 12:30, December 14th at 6:30, join Rabbi Shribman and Rabbi Altshuler at their home to celebrate the first night of Hanukkah and enjoy some latkes. Candle lighting will begin promptly at 6:30. Your second opportunity is on Wednesday, December 17th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate Hanukkah with sisterhood. Bring your mahjong sets or whatever games you like to play. There will be latkes, a salad bar, desserts will be provided. The cost is $5 for members, $10 for guests. Also, bring a $10 to $15 wrapped gift to exchange. We ask no candles and no soaps. And please RSVP by December 13th. Finally, join us for Shabbanikah. On Friday, December 19th at 5:30, we will have dinner followed by our Shabbanikah service. The cost is $18 per person, $10 for children 12 and under, and with a cap of $50 per family. Walk-ins are $25, so please RSVP. The TKA band will be there, and we're going to have a sing-along, and it's a great night. So come celebrate Shabbat and Hanukkah with us. Please note that the office will be closed beginning on Monday, December 22nd, and we will reopen on Friday, January 2nd. There will be Shabbat services during this time. In the event of an emergency, please email Rabbi Shribman. If you would like to RSVP to any of the events, please call the temple office. Wishing everyone Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Good job. Nancy, you up for Kiddush and Motzi, page 5.
We raise our cups in thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tei Avon.
Our closing song is on page 62, Oseh Shalom. Thank you so much, Nancy.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
May you feel whole, knowing you are enough. May you feel confident, knowing you are prepared. May you feel calm, knowing a storm will pass. And may you feel at peace, knowing you are loved. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Please join us for Oneg in the lobby.